Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro dab of the day. Today is Tuesday. Hello, everybody. The impending storm is on its way. That's right, it's coming. And many of us are going to be locked in on top of being locked in. That tends to make people get into a grouchy, uncomfortable mood, maybe even a bad mood. So if you're in a funky situation, if you're down, if you're low for no particular reason and you're in a bad mood, what can you do to banish that bad mood? What can we do to get out of bad moods? Well, let's first look at some reasons why we get in bad moods. How about guilt? Feeling even mildly guilty can have a huge impact on our moods. Forgetting someone important's birthday can make you feel bad even if you apologize. But if you don't, certainly more. The best way to resolve guilty feelings is to atone for your actions. If you still feel bad about the missed birthday, take a few minutes and send a cute, funny apology card, an e-card, or even a small gift. That person will appreciate the gesture and you'll feel better just as soon as you click send. And today, with modern things out there, look how immediate we can get our responses. So if you're guilty about small things, deal with them as soon as you can. Well, what if you've had small rejections? I've been through this thousands of times in life. Rejections are an extremely common emotional injury for most people, especially in the age of social media. You all know what I'm talking about. So, when you post your vacation pictures on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and no one likes them, it can hurt, it can sting, it can bite. Take it from me. However, since you don't know the circumstances, it's important not to take those types of things personally. I know it's difficult. People often check social media on the fly while waiting, I don't know, for waiting for an elevator to come, for the food to be delivered, whatever it would be. Okay, you're in a doctor's office, you're stuck in traffic late, you're in a meeting when nobody's speaking, you're sitting on a bus or in a train, you're in the bathroom. If someone close hasn't responded, you can assume they were too busy to do so and send them a text message. Ask them to take a look at your pictures if you're eager to share or get a response that you want. You can deal with these small rejections. What about outstanding tasks? Think about the things we've talked about in terms of having a routine or lists. Our mental to-do lists often sit in the back of our mind, nagging at us and bringing us down. Bring our mood down if we don't get to the things we want to do or thought we needed to get done. You don't have to complete every outstanding task, though, to improve your mood. Many studies have found that just making a plan for tackling the tasks is sufficient to eliminate that mental nagging and improve your mood. So maybe we should decide when you'll do the task and set a reminder on our phones, put up a post-it note, and you know what? Your mood will lighten. We all brood, so brooding's a big part of being in a bad mood. Many of us can get stuck replaying upsetting scenes that occurred days, weeks, even months or years ago. Often, when an upsetting short film keeps playing in the back of your mind, and you all know what I'm talking about, use the distraction techniques that we've talked about to reduce the intensity and frequency. Even a 2-minute distraction, crossword puzzle, Candy Crush, Sudoku, is sufficient to disrupt the distressing thought and restore your mood. These are some tidbits, but really have to get down on this because it's holiday time and a lot of people are going to be in these bad moods. Well, you can be in a bad mood because you're having a low self-esteem day. The proverbial bad hair day. Sometimes we just wake up feeling bad about ourselves for no apparent reason. Gee, how many of us have had that? Like all of us, right? Our self-esteem tends to fluctuate, but it's also important to prop it up when it's low. Therefore, when your self-esteem's in a slump, you all know what I'm talking about, do something to make yourself feel good about yourself. Lift a couple of Pepsi cans and feel like you've worked out. Go on your treadmill. Go for a walk. Release some endorphins. Wear some nice clothes, even if you're not going anywhere, so you feel good in them. Plan something that you look forward to doing. Maybe having a FaceTime call with a friend or a loved one. Or call someone who truly appreciates you. And you know what? That will make you feel good about who you are. So take it bull by the horns, and you can do it. What if you're fearing failure? We could worry about an upcoming marathon, a presentation at work, or an important exam for days or even weeks ahead of time. Or that uncomfortable conversation with somebody. To get out of that fixation, maybe we should focus on things that are within our control. We've talked about that, taking control. You know what I mean? Beef up your creative part. Beef up supportive things. Beef up encouraging things. Because you know what? The more you can be supportive and encouraging for others, guess what? Your lousy mood will go away. Helping others helps ourselves. Often people feel disconnected. People can get caught up in life, neglecting our own emotional and social needs. We become disconnected sometimes from everyone around us. To move past that, maybe give a loved one a call. Take a break. Play with your pet. Go outside. Smoke a joint. Even a brief interaction somehow, electronically or otherwise, with an acquaintance can improve your mood. Yesterday, for example, I felt like really lonely. Like nobody was talking to me. And I'm like, hadn't heard a human voice. And all of a sudden I was peppered with friends and people who wanted to talk to me. And it was really nice, even though I was feeling very disconnected. A lot of people get caught up in the small things, the small annoyances. I call them the pebbles in the shoe. Think about it. We go about our daily lives, small annoyances, an incorrect charge on the power or the phone bill. The cable service goes down. The car needs oil. Can become exaggerated and ruin our mood. To restore it, try to get perspective. Try to remember the big picture. Use the 1-year question is a good way to do it. Is this something that I'll remember in a year? Think about it. If not, it ain't worth getting annoyed about. So to balance your mood further, maybe make a gratitude exercise up. Make a list of a couple things you're grateful for. That's right, that really matter. Like children, like family, like spouse, like a job, like pets, like people you have that care about you. And you know what? Vanish it. You'll vanish that negative mood right away. This is one, unfortunately, that's affecting a lot of people in America right now. Americans felt untouched by it, but it's touching us heavily in America, in certain parts particularly. Hunger. It's pretty obvious, but it's also pretty amazing how often we forget to consider hunger. Being hungry, I'm not talking about hungry for dinner. I'm talking about hungry. Hungry impacts your mood more than people realize. So if it's been a while since you last ate, if you've gotten busy throughout the day at your job and it's 5 o'clock now and you haven't eaten anything, get a power bar, eat something, have a snack. You know what? You'll feel better. Well, along these lines, the body and the mind, etc., we've got to think about exhaustion. If you're exhausted, it's definitely obvious, but neglected, Children aren't the only ones to get cranky when they're tired, are they? Look in the mirror. When we don't get enough sleep, it significantly impacts our thinking, our creativity, and our mood. If you can do it, take that 15-minute power nap. Even a brief power nap, it can be sufficient to recharge your batteries and bump out the doldrums. When I was in the mattress business, we had a sleep doctor come consult with the company. You know what? 20 minutes, baby. I think it was 22 minutes was the perfect nap time, believe it or not. 22 minutes. Whatever of these tidbits I've thrown out to you, you grab onto. Grab onto something. Because we're all in a bad mood sometimes. I didn't hit on all the reasons you can be in a bad mood, but hopefully some of the tools to get out of the bad moods can be applied more broadly than even I said. Let's have our diamond dab of the day, and remember that bad moods suck. Bad moods suck. And the one thing that's consistent with a bad mood, for everybody I think out there, one thing consistent for everybody out there who gets into a bad mood, you know what it is? You all want to get out of the bad mood as soon as you can. Most of us, unfortunately, don't know that while we're in it. And we go on and on and on. It's time to grab ourselves by the bootstraps, find some tools in the tool chest that are provided many different places, including here, and let's pull ourselves out of the funk. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe. Send me your comments. I respond to every one of them, and I really love them. And remember, you don't have to be in a bad mood. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Let's all try to stay ahead of those bad moods. Cheers. It's been the Real Senior Stoner.